Welcome back, everybody, and a very happy Colorado Day. No, I'm not dressed like the world's biggest nerd Colorado native for no reason. August 1st, this coming Saturday, is actually Colorado Day. It's the day Colorado was founded. So, in order to celebrate and to find out how to celebrate our beautiful state best, we of course talked to none other than Dr. Colorado himself.
Well, welcome back to Coco, Dr. Colorado. On August 1st, we are celebrating the 144th birthday of Colorado becoming a state. So let's start right off the bat here. Why did statehood finally come to Colorado in 1876?
It was a political deal, Danny. The Republicans needed another vote to elect Rutherford B. Hayes President of the United States. He'd actually lost the popular vote to Samuel Tilden, the Democrat. Something's happened again since then, of course. But if they could admit one more state, they'd have extra delegates and they could push Hayes over. So that's how Colorado became the 38th state.
Wow. And we're so happy, obviously, that it did. So now, when this all happened, did all the other states welcome Colorado to the Union?
No, some of them. And isn't this a wonderful painting, Danny?
This is great.
Colorado is in the white gown there. Being welcome to the Union. And states back east didn't think that sparsely settled states like Colorado and Wyoming should have the same representation in the U.S. Senate as they did. So states like Massachusetts, New York, Pennsylvania weren't excited to have another underpopulated Western state represented in the U.S. Senate.
Okay, so who has been the prime promoter of Colorado Day? And then this was starting back in 1879, right?
Right, way back then. And fortunately, the Colorado History Museum, here's the original building there. It's still there at 13th and Sherman, right across from the state capitol. Beautiful Colorado Yule marble building. And from the very beginning, they pushed the idea of Colorado history and Colorado Day.
Huh. Okay. So what's new this year, Dr. Colorado, at the Byers-Evans house? Because we love this house anyway for its historic value, but what can we expect this year?
Yeah, isn't that a neat old house where the Evans family lived for generations? This year, it is now the Women's History Center, as well as the Byers-Evans house. So they promote a lot of programs and activities for women's history there. We haven't had a Women's History Center until this happened.
Wow, that's amazing. So history in the making, which is so great. So we know Colorado is the highest state, but is it really the highest state?
Right, it is. I think the average elevation is something like 7,800 feet. So we are in elevation the highest state. And if you could flatten us all out, we'd be even higher than that.
Wow.
Now that we have legalized marijuana too, both recreational and medical, we also have the title of highest state there, and that we were the first state to officially sanction recreational marijuana.
That's right. You said it here first. We're the highest state, coming right from Dr. Colorado's mouth. Perfect. So, Dr. Colorado, how can we celebrate Colorado Day aboard the Georgetown Loop Railroad? Because everyone's going to want to celebrate on the 1st.
Right, and this is a great way to do it. And History of Colorado is open, the museum, but this train is now going 7 days a week up in Georgetown. So if you're getting hot down here in Denver, you might want to head up to Georgetown, take a ride on this narrow gauge restored train.
Getting even higher, right? Perfect, Dr. Colorado.
Thank you. Yeah, even higher.
Well, I have to ask you too, how are you going to be celebrating on August 1st?
I think I'm going to try that train trip. I enjoy that and see a little bit of the snow that's still left up there in the high mountains.
Perfect. That's a great way to do it, especially celebrating Colorado by being in the mountains. Well, Dr. Colorado, thank you so much again for joining us. We always love you coming and sharing a little bit of history, and happy Colorado Day.
Thank you, Danny, and same to you.
Colorado Day again is this coming Saturday, August 1st. To find out how to properly celebrate all things Colorado, head online to historycolorado.org. And of course, to learn more about Dr. Colorado, visit drcolorado.com.